In this video, I will go into more details about natural way to extreme longevity, and again, my opinion that we don't need expensive genetic modification or treatments and the stem cells injections and then expensive supplements to live indefinitely long. So if we will follow nature and we will learn from animals why they live, some animals live extremely long. So I hope you watched my short introduction to this video, and then as always I recommend you to download the presentation as PDF file from the link in the description, and then you can go to the sources of information, make your own research, and draw your own conclusions, because what I do it for my own understanding of aging, for my own benefits, but you can also participate in this research. So let's go into the details. We learn from nature that it is possible to live extremely long without any genetic manipulations or expensive treatments and medications. To understand how it is possible, let us dive deeper into the facts of extreme longevity of some mammals. I don't consider here the social insect, because you can say, okay, this is what is working for insects may not work for mammals, but okay, now we go to the mammals. So again, insect-eating microbats, blind mole rats and naked mole rats, they live extremely long. Longevity more than 20 years was documented for 22 bat species, more than 30 years for 6 species, and now more than 40 years for 1 species. Okay, and blind mole rats and naked mole rats are distinguished by adaptation to living underground and demonstrating remarkable longevity with a maximum documented lifespan of 21 years for blind mole rats and 40 years for naked mole rats. This is much longer than we may expect for other similar sized rodent species. So again, these bats, they spend quite a long time during the day into caves and some underground that's with atmosphere enriched by oxygen, carbon dioxide and ammonia. So this is blind mole rats. They live underground in Europe in particular. And naked mole rats are they're like champions in longevity. They live in Eastern Africa, and they again are so special. We better understand why they are not aging at all. They don't show any signs of aging, and they in principle can live forever long. They are not they are mortal, of course, because they can die from starvation or infections, or can be killed by snakes, but it is not they are not aging. So naked mole rats can be a model for healthy aging and lifespan extension in humans. Again, you can go to the source of information and get to more details. Long-living naked mole rats show only slight changes in morphology and maintain physiological function and activity well into their third decade of life. Also, these long-living mammals have exceptional cancer resistance. Blind mole rats and naked mole rats produce fewer reactive oxygen species per unit of oxygen consumed in heart, brain, and kidney compared with similar sizes but much shorter lived mammal species. Naked mole rats are the longest living rodents. They do not show any the typical age-associated acceleration in mortality risk that characterizes every other known mammalian species, and may therefore be the first reported mammal showing negligible senescence over the majority of their long lifespan. So this is again very special animals. The longevity is not because of their genetics. Again, that's we can draw this conclusion from social insects, but again, if you go into details of these animals, you can understand this is not related to genetics. The blood vessels in neck mole rats maintain a useful vascular elasticity over a prolonged period of time. It is likely that the slower rate of cardiovascular aging contributes to exceptional longevity of this species. It is interesting that social status and roles of neck mole rats, also diet in the colony, change over time from being foragers and diggers to babysitters and soldiers. Younger neck mole rats, the foragers and diggers, find parts of plants that grow underground by digging tunnels. They take a sample of new food sources back to the nest. Other colony members then follow that individual scent trail through the tunnel system to the food sources. Older and larger size neck mole rats spend a great deal of time piled together in communal nest chambers in a low oxygen, high carbon dioxide and ammonia environment. This is typically how they spend time in the social chambers. In contrast to most known mammalian species, all the neck mole rats show a drastic increase over time in the number and mass of mitochondria in muscles and other organs. Similar to some other small herbivores such as rabbits, hares and pickers, neck mole rats have enlarged hingut for fermentation of fibrous plant material, which has low protein content, low nutritional value. Neck mole rats practice ingesting feces, coprophagia, of the colony mates. So coprophagia is quite common among herbivores, but this is they consume not only own feces but feces of the colony mates. These feces are enriched with short-chain fatty acids and protein produced by the gut microbiota. Fibroblasts in neck mole rats produce a high molecular weight hyaluronic acid or hyaluronan that increases elasticity of the extracellular matrix and migration of the immune and stem cells that are vital for their body maintenance and metabolism. You please check my presentation and the video, all the presentation and video I was talking about this. So you see that many herbivores, they have quite enlarged hingut and for fermentation of this fibrous plant material, and but also rabbits they also practice coprophagia. They eat own feces, but this neck mole rats eat not only own feces but feces of other colony members. This is hyaluronic acid, the structure of it, and but it has to be high molecular weight hyaluronic acid for elasticity of the skin. Similar to neck mole rats, insect-eating microbats also spend much of their life in the environment with low oxygen and high ammonia and carbon dioxide. When inhaled, ammonia can quickly dissolve in the moist mucous membranes, forming ammonium hydroxide, which is highly irritating and can cause damage to respiratory tissues. Ammonium hydroxide also gets into the bloodstream. High concentration of ammonia in the blood can have severe toxic effects on the brain, and this condition is known as hyperammonemia, and it can lead to various neurological and cognitive impairments, and at least so in humans. Ammonia penetrates the blood-brain barrier and disrupts the balance of neurotransmitters, particularly glutamate and gamma-aminobutyric acid, that's GABA, which is also neurotransmitter. So again, it is very, very toxic if ammonia get to the brain, and it is astrocytes, cells astrocytes can convert this ammonia to glutamine, and then it is again, it's a lot of toxicity because of this ammonia can be. Ammonia interferes with the Krebs cycle and mitochondrial function, impairing the brain ability to produce energy. This can lead to reduced ATP levels, affecting cellular functions and contributing neuronal damage. Therefore, insect-eating microbats and neck-morets have developed several adaptations to protect themselves from the toxic effects of high ammonia levels in air and the blood. This includes the conversion of ammonia to less toxic substances such as urea or glutamine. Ammonia can be converted to glutamine in astrocytes, as it is shown here on this slide. Excessive activation of glutamate receptors causes brain edema, swelling, neuronal damage, and death of the cells. The liver plays a crucial role in detoxifying ammonia. The liver captures ammonia from blood and converts it into urea through the urea cycle. Urea then excreted by the kidney. Okay, you see here ammonia is in the urea cycle is converted to urine, to urea, and urea in the part of urine extracted by kidney. Ammonia can activate microglia, this is the brain immune cells, leading to neuroinflammation, as I said. Chronic inflammation can cause further damage to brain tissue and exacerbate neurological symptoms. High levels of ammonia can induce oxidative stress by generating reactive oxygen species. Oxidative damage can harm neurons and other brain cells, leading to cells death and neurological impairment. In insect-eating microbats, blind mole rats and neck mole rats possess robust antioxidant system to combat the oxidative stress caused by high ammonia levels and living in low oxygen environment. This includes high level of antioxidants such as glutathione, superoxidized dismutase, and catalase, which help to neutralize harmful reacting oxygen species. Okay, this is again very interesting why it develops and what we can do to simulate the conditions which are common in mammals. Sharks are fish; they are not mammals, but yet again there are something we can learn from them. They generally grow slowly, have low reproductive rates, and live longer than most of bunny fish. For instance, it is estimated that Greenland sharks may live over 500 years. Interestingly, researchers found no significant variation in the Greenland shark muscle metabolic activity across different ages, suggesting that their metabolism does not decrease over time, similar to these rodents and microbats. The megalodon, an extinct species of enormous sharks, is estimated to have had a lifespan of at least 100 years based on the largest known teeth of the species. And large sharks have high energy requirements, needing more food as they grow larger. Their longevity might be, at least in part, limited by the availability of food sources similar to the longevity of giant grouper, which also shows no signs of aging over time. I was talking in one of my presentation previously about this. So again, they die from starvation, not from aging. Some species of sharks must swim continuously to pump water over their gills and supply the shark body with oxygen. So they do not sleep but take short naps with their eyes open wide during the day and night. Such behavior helps them avoid hypoxia and reduce oxidative stress in their tissues. Smaller sharks and rays can pump water over their gills using cheek muscles. However, as sharks increase in size, they need more oxygen to maintain a high metabolic rate, and then inability of some shark species to sleep without constant movement potentially limits their lifespan, maximum size and longevity. It is interesting that shark's meat is notable for its high urea content. Do intermediate hypoxia and the high urea content in tissues contribute to their longevity? It is not yet clear, but probably it is indication what can we do, why they live longer. Okay, this is summary. Again, they don't need to move constantly, but large sharks have to move. Ammonia is produced in various tissues and organs throughout the human body as a byproduct of protein and amino acid metabolism. Skeletal muscles produce ammonia during intense oxidized catabolism. When amino acids are used for energy, it is of course it is bad, and but it can happen if people rely on glucose as source of energy. So when storages of this of carbohydrates are empty, then amino acids can be used for energy production. The breakdown of the amino acid glutamine and deamination of the branched-chain amino acids in muscles release ammonia. Bacteria in the intestines may produce also ammonia and other toxins from the breakdown of undigested dietary protein. This ammonia is absorbed into the portal circulations and transported to the liver for detoxification to urea, removing it from the blood by kidneys and excreting with urine. Older humans often have higher level of urea in the blood because of compromised digestion of proteins in the stomach and kidney dysfunction. Again, we have higher concentration of urea in older individuals, but it is not healthy. It is not healthy again. So liver again try to, because all these toxins, not only urea but other toxins, they shorten our lifespan. So again, dietary protein can be digested to amino acids, or if it is not digested, it will be consumed by bacteria, and this non-digested protein is rotting and in the colon, and then a lot of ammonia and other toxin is produced, and so it's again it is very toxic. So again, ammonia is mostly toxic for brain. It is produced, it can be produced in guts, not only in muscles, but in guts because of this ammonia production by some pathogens. But again, what can be damaged to the liver and brain mostly. Understanding the sources of pathways of ammonia production is important for managing age-related conditions related to ammonia toxicity and liver and kidney function. Blood urea nitrogen levels increase during aging from 11 microgram per deciliter per 100 milliliters in 20 years old to 20 or 22 milligram per deciliter in 90 years old, while the risk of death of all causes increases above 15 milligram per deciliter. You can go to the reference and you see it is indeed the higher content of urea. It is actually indication of this compromised digestion of proteins. High dietary nitrogen intake, primarily from amino acids in protein, correlates with increased urea production and higher this concentration of blood urea nitrogen in the aged population. Therefore, again, I believe it is wrong, but okay, this is what medical professionals recommend. A low protein diet, the use of prebiotics such as lactulose are recommended by medical officials for the elderly. Also, therapeutic doses of certain antibiotics such as doxycycline and minoxidil may suppress pathogens while not impacting beneficial bacteria in the microbiome. So this, you see how urea nitrogen levels increase, and with age, and that is they go quite far. For males about 22, but in age of 20 it is below 13. Urea is considered to be both this water-absorbing substance such as glycerin and a skin softening substance like ceramide and squalene. Urea is used in skincare products for its moisturizing, exfoliating properties to treat dry, rough skin conditions such as eczema, psoriasis, corn, callus, and some nail problems such as ingrown nails. Typical concentrations of urea in cosmetics are, for instance, 3% in body lotions, 5 to 10% in creams and ointments, 20 to 40% in creams for exfoliating purposes. And at high concentration, urea has keratolytic effects, also peeling, which means it can help to exfoliate the skin by breaking down the bonds between dead skin cells. This promotes smoother, softer skin and can help to improve the skin texture. So urea is quite small molecule. It is easily penetrate the skin, and so topical application can be useful. And also urea is very hydrophilic, so it is attracting water and then increase moisture in skin. So you see, it is very common to use urea in skin care products. So and it really works, So it is interesting. Also known that in condition of hypoxia or this oxygen shortage, cells may rely on glycolysis for ATP production in their cytoplasm by fermentation of glucose to lactate, or this lactic acid. High levels of lactate, so-called lactic acidosis, have been linked to mitochondrial biogenesis in response to hypoxia. Lactic acidosis is associated with muscle hypertrophy and regeneration of injured skeleton by activating muscle satellite cells, and also lactate stimulates endothelium stem cells migration, angiogenesis, and collagen synthesis by endothelium cells and fibroblasts, leading to improved elasticity of aged skin. Lactate can be used by bacteria in the colon to produce short-chain fatty acids, which is also very beneficial. Furthermore, lactate has direct anti-inflammatory effects in conditions of acute and chronic inflammation. So again, it's normally glucose is fermented to pyruvate, but pyruvate, instead of going to lactate, it is used in the Krebs cycle to produce energy in oxidative phosphorylation. But in conditions of anaerobic shortage of oxygen, what is going, we have, instead of this oxidative phosphorylation, it goes fermentation to lactate, and lactate can get outside of the cell, and then it is again with all the consequences, like increased acidity of the tissues. Lactic acid can stimulate collagen production, which helps to maintain the skin elasticity and reduce the appearance of the fine lines and wrinkles. Skincare products with lactic acid can help to reduce the appearance of hyperpigmentation and dark age spots, leading to more even skin tone. The keratolytic action of urea, combined with gentle exfoliation from lactic acid, helps to smooth rough patches and improve overall skin texture. The exfoliating properties of lactic acid help to remove dead skin cells, allowing urea to penetrate deeper and more effectively hydrate the skin. Therefore, when combined with in a skin product, urea and lactic acid can offer synergistic benefits by promoting cell turnover, improving skin hydration, and reducing the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles and discoloration. Okay, urea is a small hydrophilic molecule that can penetrate the stratum corneum. This is the outermost layer of the skin. It helps to retain moisture and can also enhance the penetration of other active substances by breaking down the skin barrier slightly. When urea is used in skincare products, a small amount can get absorbed through the skin and potentially enter the bloodstream. And high concentration of urea, typically above 10%, are more likely to enhance skin penetration due to urea keratolytic properties which help to break down the outer layers of the skin. Also, lactic acid, when used in skincare products, can potentially enter the bloodstream. However, the amounts of urea and lactic acid that can enter the bloodstream is typically minimal and generally considered safe. So again, we have aged skin with a lot of senescent cells and destroyed collagen fibers, destroyed elastin fibers. But again, senolytic, at least what we can do, senolytic drug can reduce number of the senescent cells, and then collagen production can be improved. Skin is the human body largest organ, together with subcutaneous adipose tissue at least. In older age, the skin and subcutaneous adipose tissue represent a large and quite distributed pool of senescent cells that may deliver their inflammatory signals throughout the body. Inflammatory skin conditions are common in the elderly populations, and their prevalence tends to increase with age. So depletion of senescent cells by senolytics suppress skin aging and enforce rejuvenation of skin and other organs and their function. So in my recent video and presentation, I discussed the potential of two FDA-approved microlide antibiotics, azithromycin and roxithromycin, in elimination of senescent cells and cancer cells, in reducing age-related chronic inflammation. So it's again, senolytics can improve elasticity of the skin and reduce chronic inflammation. So this can be recommended. Also, what is happening, accumulation of the senescent cells is going in adipose tissue, especially in conditions of obesity. Roxithromycin in skincare products can help reduce bacterial load on the skin and inflammation in certain skin conditions. A typical 5% roxithromycin solution effectively restores hair growth in about half of individuals with androgenic alopecia and without any local or systemic adverse effects. Okay, then it is quite known, okay, that the use of roxithromycin. Melatonin is a powerful antioxidant that also have anti-inflammatory effects. Topically applied to the skin, melatonin is a very good option to reducing oxidative stress and hallmarks of skin aging. Combining urea, melatonin, lactic acid, and roxithromycin in skincare products could potentially offer synergistic benefits. Indeed, by breaking down dead skin cells and increasing moisture content in skin, urea can enhance the penetration of lactic acid, roxithromycin, and melatonin. Okay, you see, roxithromycin is a really big molecule, and migration of roxithromycin through the skin is very limited, but if it is with urea, it can give some synergistic improvement. Melatonin is a smaller molecule, but yet again, we can improve penetration of melatonin to the skin with urea in the skincare products. I may tentatively explain the longevity of this insect-eating microbats, snake mole rats, and blind mole rats. Here, pardon. Okay, this is the one. Okay, blind mole rats. And large sharks by their animal-based diet and higher concentration of urea and lactate in the tissue. Of course, I cannot claim that it is so, but yeah, tentatively, I believe that it may explain that a higher concentration of urea in their tissues may improve the migration of immune and stem cells, and then it is also contributes to better elasticity of the skin and other tissues. So if it is true, we may think how to imitate such conditions to extend for lifespan extension. In particular, in my videos and presentation, you can go to them and watch. I proposed placing high-intensity interval training practicing high-intensity interval training, such as sport interval training, for example, to temporarily increase the content of lactate in muscles and the blood. So not only supplements like yogurt, but again, you can do it with high-intensity interval training. In my recent video, I also discussed in another recent video presentation, I discussed the potential of lactate and lactic acid for our body rejuvenation. Consumption of fermented dairy products such as yogurt, having both probiotics such as lactic bacteria and prebiotics such as lactose, may improve intestinal epithelium health and reduce chronic inflammation in the elderly. Okay, again, I will discuss it in many presentations and videos. It is yet an unexplained mystery that elastin fibers, which provide elasticity and resilience to tissues such as skin, lungs, and blood vessels, are not produced in adulthood of humans. Tropoelastin, which that is a precursor of the elastin fibers, is produced in older age, also in lesser amounts, but enzymes involved in the cross-linking and maturation of elastin fibers, such as lysyl oxidase, are not active. We may tentatively explain it by the lower level of melatonin and the human hormone, growth hormone, as well as increased oxidative stress in cells. So this is my explanation here, human growth hormone. I discussed in videos and presentations that adaptation to solid food and increase in colonic transit time and the use of carbohydrates as the main source of energy may shorten human life. This is my idea that again, that as many pathogens populate our guts, then we produce more toxins and we have increased oxidative stress, and then probably this is the reason why these elastin fibers are not produced. So this is how they produced. Again, this tropoelastin blocks are produced, but instead they are not polymerized into fibers. When solid foods are introduced in the child's diet, the gut transition time increases and the microbiota broadens. Medical professionals associate better health outcomes with diverse microbiota in adults. However, a diverse microbiota in adults can be associated with health complications. As I discussed in video 7 in presentation, infants, especially those exclusively consuming breast milk, tend to have the most healthy microbiota and relatively short gut transit times and frequent bowel movements. At the end of the first year of life, microbiota profiles display inter-individual variation but begin to converge towards that found in adult-like gastrointestinal tract. Again, it's getting populated by pathogens. As human age, the gut transition time further increases and pathological bacteria populate the colon. Okay, you see this we have in young age mostly bifidobacteria in the gut. But as we age, this is a smaller and smaller portion of the beneficial bacteria in the microbiome. So this broader microbiome is not healthy. Again, this is, I believe this medical professionals are wrong in these conclusions. We don't need broad genetical pool of our microbiota. We need healthy microbiota like from babies. Okay, some study found that taurine can increase serotonin levels in certain brain regions such as hippocampus and cortex. Taurine and glycine are two amino acids that are effective in promoting sleep, and sleep very important for our rejuvenation. Both amino acids are necessary for production of neurotransmitter GABA, gamma-aminobutyric acid, which is associated with relaxation and induced deep sleep. Some animal studies have shown that taurine and glycine supplementation may improve sleep quality, increase sleep duration, and natural release of growth hormone. Oral intake of taurine and the glycine can be combined with melatonin to slow down the aging process and protect against age-related cognitive decline. Melatonin has been shown to enhance the endogenous production of glycine and taurine. Okay, but it is like melatonin already helps to production of glycine and taurine, but we can do it also with supplements, nothing wrong. Okay, so how this uh, GABA is produced? It is produced from glutamine, and then we need vitamin B6, and then it go to production of this GABA. Okay. I discussed the benefits of taurine as a supplement in my video and presentation, as well as of glycine and acetylcysteine in another video presentation. So taurine with caffeine supplementation is very popular among bodybuilders for muscle growth and fat burning. Levels of taurine significantly drop over time in animals and humans. And it is interesting that taurine accelerates synthesis of ceramides and hyaluronic acid in dermal fibroblasts cultures. Topical application of taurine reduces oxidative stress and inflammation, promotes collagen synthesis, and increases skin elasticity, while oral intake of taurine contributes little to improve skin conditions. Okay, despite taurine is not big amino acid, somehow topical application works much better. Topically applied taurine concentration 5% in combination with urea 10% increases moisture content in skin due to the water binding capacity of urea and osmotic effect of taurine. Okay, you see, it's again it's a good idea to combine urine and urea and taurine. Okay, you see the levels of taurine concentration in the blood is dropping, substantially dropping from more than 200 micromole per liter to less than about 50 micromole per liter. So it is dropping a lot. So supplementation with taurine is quite natural idea. And it was demonstrated that some mice, taurine gives considerable extension of lifespan in mice. The use of lactic acid, urea, and taurine for topical treatments may improve skin elasticity. I discussed oral intake of melatonin in megadoses to reduce chronic inflammation and topical use for skin rejuvenation also in another my video presentation. And oral intake of melatonin can be combined with megadoses of ascorbic acid and lysine, so you can again get more information on it. And also taurine also can be used as well, and it is also can be combined with subtherapeutic doses of doxycycline. What is new again? Because I gave so much information in my previous videos and presentations. So I propose here considering an opportunity to use lactic acid, urea, taurine, melatonin, and some senolytics in the formulation of skincare products. Again, it's I'm not giving you this formulation, but just giving the idea. Some formulation can be discussed with people who participate in the project and support this project. But again, I don't give any numbers about the composition, but because it's necessary to make extensive research. So I believe that with the proper diet, again, the question of the diet is very complicated, because it is not only that we need ketogenic diet. I more and more believe that we have to adapt our diet to the diet of our infants, human infants, and to composition of breast milk, maybe with some variations again, but and to improve digestion of the proteins, I propose to use, for example, whey proteins, and whey proteins give a lot of benefits. Regular consumption of whey proteins, minimum 30 grams per day, and if more it is not, it is okay. Then it is necessary for muscle growth and for keeping our body healthy. Also, physical activity absolutely necessary. Breast exercises and like diving, also interesting. And the topical treatment, if we combine all together, we can find some composition, some some combination of this all these methods, and to reduce levels of chronic inflammation and eventually extend average human longevity. So what I also propose, I also recommend the regular use of saunas, steam rooms, contrast showers, infrared light, detoxing procedures. Again, it is personal. If you have access to this, try to use it. As I discussed in presentation available for my project supporters, niacin or nicotinic acid can be also used to enhance the detoxification in saunas and then contrast showers, etc. The detoxification with niacin is especially efficient if it is combined with a proper diet, intense aerobic exercise, and few hours long sessions in the sauna, and general vitamins and mineral supplementation. Again, this is quite complicated, but it looks like it works. Niacin in doses above half gram causes peripheral vasodilation, which can last up to 2 hours. When the intake of niacin is combined with the sauna therapy, it may enhance removal of lipid stored xenobiotics. But again, I don't go into details because again, you have to mind that it can have some life-threatening side effects, so be careful. Also, I will not see instantly the improvement. It takes minimum 2 up to 4 weeks to see the result. But again, sauna is very healthy for skin. It's very healthy for your body. Formulation and test of compositions for topical treatments will take a while. Again, I would propose to use topical treatment because rejuvenation of the skin is the most difficult to achieve, and also our appearance will depend on the rejuvenation of skin. So if we can rejuvenate our appearance, then it is also both extend our lifespan. It also give a better impression for us, for our body and for our personality. Any changes in formations have to be done in steps and slowly. So again, we can go this direction, but it is time consuming. It's again why? Because it takes 3 months to see the impact of the changes on your health. If you introduce some composition for topical treatment, again, it will take a while. So this presentation is for information purposes only, cannot be considered as medical advice. If you decide to go to the self-experimentation and join my project, it is necessary to monitor your health under supervision of your physician. Again, I have no responsibility if you use this information and your health will be damaged. Some supplements are, if they are not used properly, they can damage your health. Also, what works for me may not work for you. But again, what my opinion is, quite strong opinion, that following a ketogenic diet with the use of fatty acids as main source of energy, also intermittent fasting, what we can see in animals, long-living animals. Okay, this is important. And practicing regular exercise, some physical activity, also the main conditions for health improvement and lifespan extension. So if you do even without supplements, I believe you can get some better health. But next step, again, you can can use some supplements and also some skincare products, maybe it will be a solution. Maybe, again, I have to prove it, but again, you will not, there is no magic potion and no and or treatment, but combination of many factors may lead to success. We have to, again, go natural way to extend our lifespan. Nature gives us very clear hint that we can do it. No need to pay millions American dollars, like some people spend few millions American dollars for expensive medical treatments and stem cells injections, etc., etc. Yeah, okay, up to them. You have money, you can spend this money, but maybe you will better support my project, because if more people will participate in more and if we have more money for clinical trials, so maybe again it will help more people to live longer and healthier life. I will discuss in other my videos that it is very important for the elderly to keep good health and to be able working, not only your support to your life without some extra help, but also to work and to participate in the life of the communion, of the societies. Okay, you can go to these references, quite a lot of references, a lot of information was used for this presentation. Again, it is not, I don't give any specific combinations of supplements, specific composition who participate in my project, who support my project. But again, it is a lot of has to be done. I believe that it is a way, natural way, and then this is the way for our humans to survive as biological species. What is happening in our planet with our civilization, I would only characterize as a catastrophic collapse of our civilization, and probably collapse in the population of humans on this planet. So we have to do something, and we have to invest our time and money to find a natural solution to these problems. Okay, so again, thank you for watching this video. Please, at least you can support my project by pressing a button like and bell buttons, subscribing to my channel, making some comments in asking questions in the comments, and share this video with your friends and family. Okay, this is again, I work for all humanity. I believe it is important. Okay, you can follow people who spend millions American dollars for this expensive treatments. Up to you. If you can afford it, why not? Okay, but I don't think it is a good way to for our humanity to go this way, to use some genetic modifications, Yamanaka factors or whatever, and expensive supplements. What I propose, easy and affordable for almost everyone. This is again what is my goal, to that I want to give some solution which can be affordable, but which can be used by any person on this planet, any person who wants to live longer and more productive life. Okay, thank you for your time to watch this video. If you get to this end of this video, and have a nice day, have a wonderful day. Ciao ciao.